What is going on, everybody? It is Lost in Place, and welcome to Storytime with Lost. This is my series where I like to share with you guys some of the many stories that I have, a lot of the different experiences I've gone through in my life. I've gotten a lot of stories to tell. Today it's going to be a little bit more of a somber story. I'm using this as a confession. Why would I want to do this? Well, I'm lucky enough that I have thousands of people that will listen to this, and what I'm about to tell you guys, only 2 people in the world know about. Myself, actually 3 people, myself and 2 other people know about what I'm about to tell you. And as the title says, it is probably the worst thing I've ever done to someone, and you know, I really do believe in karma, and I feel I've gotten my share of bad karma for what I've done. But I really feel the need to share what happened. And the reason this is coming to me out of nowhere is I got into a text conversation with somebody last night, someone who's involved in this story I'm about to tell you, and it brought back a lot of memories, you know. And it's been a while since I thought about what went down until last night, and it's been on my mind constantly now since. So I think the best thing for me to do is just to throw it out there, you know, hopefully get your guys' input. And, you know, I'm human. I make mistakes. We all make mistakes. That's what life is about, you know. And I guess I'm kind of asking forgiveness. I'm probably asking the wrong people, but you know what? Like I said, I really just want to get this off of my chest. Alright, so before I go drag on too long, let's just jump right into it. It's about 5 years ago. I was working as a manager of a sporting goods store. And we were not just your typical sporting goods store. It was an extreme sporting goods store. We sold skateboards, surfboards, skis, snowboards, bikes, rock climbing, all that fun stuff. And we had a couple other managers, and one of the managers there, I'm going to call him Jim. That's not his real name, but, you know, just in case he's listening, which I really doubt it. This guy Jim, right? And we hit it off right away from when we met. We got along. We were very similar in what we liked to do, and music tastes, and we like to drink beer. So, you know, we'd go out after work, we'd go out for drinks, we'd have some fun, and it was cool, you know. It was a work buddy. A work buddy, that's what it was, you know. And as I got to know him, you know, he was married. He was right around my age, and he was married to a girl a good amount younger than him. And I met her a couple times, and I didn't really like her at first because she was always giving him grief when he'd go out with me. It's like she had him on a real short leash, and she got in the way of us hanging out a lot of times. So naturally, I didn't like her. And I didn't like her because I didn't really know her. I only knew the stories that he told me while we were out drinking, and I didn't like those stories. So, fast forward a little bit, we're hanging out, and then this one night, we're going to go to this concert, and he's going to bring his girlfriend. Her name, we'll just call her Rochelle. He's going to bring Rochelle, and she came along. So we took the train into the city, we went to this concert, and it was like a hip-hop concert. Zion I was performing, and we're kicking ass, having a great time. So I'm taking a break from being on the floor, I'm chilling at the bar, and Rochelle's sitting at the bar, and Jim, I almost said his real name. Jim is actually on the floor. He's getting down, and we start talking. You know, I'm being friendly, and out of nowhere, this girl starts telling me about how he never has sex with her and he never pleases her, and I'm just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, okay, that's kind of awkward, but I'm just letting her vent. Maybe she just needs to vent. Okay, whatever, I'll listen. And then she starts asking me if I wanted to go for a walk and we could just make out. This is his wife. Naturally, I told her hell no, and it was really awkward, and later the next day, I told Jim what had happened. He basically shrugged it off. He's like, oh, that's just how she is. Like, okay. You know, I did my part. I told him that was that. And this went on for a good another year. Every time that I was around Rochelle, she was trying to get with me. And it was so frustrating because it was like, she wasn't even like very much trying to hide it. It was almost in plain sight, and it was really awkward, and I didn't like it. Now, what really sucked is she's hot as hell, and I was super attracted to her, but you know, I'm not going to be a dickhead about it, and I didn't do nothing until. Alright, and again, this is, no one really knows this except for Rochelle, and then Jim found out later. Oh, actually, there's one other dude, but so this one night they're having a party, a house party, and we're there, and Jim gets pretty wasted, and he passes out, and I don't know, long story short, you know, I've been drinking too, and I just couldn't take her flirting anymore, and I finally just went for it, you know, and it wasn't like I pursued it. She was coming on to me. She came on to me nonstop all the time, and this night was the same thing. She was coming on to me, She put the moves on me, and I just, this time, I didn't say no. I just went with it, and shit happened, you know? Shit happened. Shit that shouldn't have happened. So, a little bit of time goes by. I'm pretty messed up about all this. You know, how do I tell Jim? I didn't tell him. But time goes by, and she got a really good job out in Seattle, and they ended up moving to Seattle, and I thought that was going to be the end of it. And so they left. They moved away, moved to Seattle. And my boss, who I was also pretty good friends with, my boss, who was also Jim's boss before he left, I kind of told him what happened. I never should have told him. I don't know why I trusted him, but I did. I guess because I wanted to vent. I wanted to tell somebody about what had happened. And, like, I mean, yeah, I fucked up too, but, man, that's pretty slutty of her to do that. And I told my boss. Whatever, you know, he heard the story, and that was that, and we moved on. And then a little while later, I ended up leaving that job, and I left on bad terms. I had a falling out with the boss. And sure enough, you know what he did? Do you know what he did pretty much within a day or two of me leaving the company? He calls up Jim in Seattle and told him what happened. Naturally, he was pissed. Naturally, he was super fucking pissed and heated. And I took my lumps. I took my lumps over the phone. And that was that, man. That was the last I talked to him. That was the last I talked to him. And then I get this call last night from Rochelle, of all people. Rochelle calling me just to see how I'm doing and blah, 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 this, blah, blah, blah. You want to hang out? Because her family's from Jersey. She's coming to Jersey. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have nothing to do with this girl. That was a good friend I lost. And yes, I am responsible for losing him. I fucked up. But still, it takes two to tango, you know? So, I don't know. She wants to hang out. I'm pretty much saying no. And I don't know what's up with Jim. I feel bad. It's been about 3.5 years since I talked to him, maybe more. And you know, they're still dating, or still married. I mean, they're still married. Yep. So that is the shittiest thing I've ever done to someone, and you know, it hurts inside. You know, it really sucks. It's all about karma, man. I definitely got my share of shitty karma for doing that. Cheating. It's a fucked up thing, man. Don't get involved in cheating on your girlfriend, on your boyfriend, and you just gotta use your brain. I didn't use my brain. I used my head, if you know what I mean. I used the wrong head. So that's my tale. Would love to see some feedback in the comment, guys. It really took a lot for me to kind of share this with you. I don't even know if it's a good idea to do it, you know. But whatever. You know one thing about me. I'm gonna be honest and straightforward with my subs. I don't hold back shit from you guys. So that's Storytime with Lost for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. And again, please leave me a comment and leave a rating. Would really appreciate it. I'm LostInPlace, and I'm out of here.